What is going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking into this video. You have arrived at Grey Talks Wrestling. That's right, new name, new place. Let's do this. Grey Talks Wrestling. And what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about Royal Rumble 1989. Let's kick it off with the undercard, shall we? The preliminary matches. Shocking, really. Filler, pretty much. You had a 6-man tag with 2 out of 3 falls. Don't see that very often back in them days. You didn't. And it just felt like it was there to kill time. They were there to kill time, like just waste time in a match. It just went on forever, it felt like. It's good. Good workers in the match. You got the Rougeaus, Dino Bravo, less said the better. You got Duggan, very underrated guy I felt. And you got the Hart Foundation, one of the best tag teams of all time. I always enjoyed the Rougeaus. I thought they were good workers, very underrated. And this was a decent match. It just went on for fucking ages. Went on for ages. Just dragged out. And yeah, they didn't need to do a 2 out of 3 falls. It just felt like they did it to kill time on this show. But overall, it was an okay match. Probably the best out of the ones they had for the preliminary matches. Because the others were... we had Rockin Robin and Judy Martin and one-on-one for the WWF Women's Championship. These were the days when they didn't really care about women's wrestling too much. It wasn't like it is today where they're main eventing, where they're killing it. Like, they did have some talented women, don't get me wrong, but they weren't utilised as they are today. They weren't given that spotlight. Let's have it right. I mean, Rockin Robin and Judy Martin, it was a decent women's match, but it only went 6 minutes. Compared to the other matches, like, you could have given, like I said, the 6-man tag could have gone, just have a 6-man tag and then let the women have a little bit longer. Because that went 15 minutes. And then this match had 6 minutes. And then the next match had 9 minutes, which was Haku versus Harley Race. Legends, don't get me wrong, but Harley Race was at the end, basically, of his career. And this was not good. It was King of the Ring match, basically. At the time, Haku was the king. He just beat Harley Race. I think Heenan screwed him over and went with Haku. And Race was kind of like a babyface, which didn't suit him at all. And yeah, this match was what it was, really. This was the end of Harley Race in the WWF, I think, towards the end of his career there. And his career in general. Legend, man, absolute legend. But he was on, you can see in the match, he'd had better days. Now let's get to the Royal Rumble. This was entertaining. This was a very good match up till a point. And the point was when Hogan got eliminated and Bossman went. Then this match kind of went flat. I enjoyed the storyline they had going into it with DiBiase. I thought that was good. With him buying a number, getting in with Slick and getting that number 30 spot. But other than that, the winner didn't make sense. Because they've been building up other people. And all of it out of nowhere, you give it to Big John Studd. Like, you had DiBiase who could have won it and it would have made a lot of sense. Because he's bought his way to the 30 spot. And if he wins it, gets him over a bit more, doesn't it? That would have made sense. Bossman is the other one. Bossman should have won this. But obviously, it didn't work for him, brother. Hogan, man. Hogan was a dick in this match. First off, he eliminates Savage. And like, you can see that's going to happen at some point. They're leading towards WrestleMania 5. And it's going to happen any time after this. Savage is going to turn on Hogan. But for me, this whole storyline, when you go back and watch it again, you can see Savage's point. Hogan's a bit of a dick, man, and he's leaning in, like, getting in there with Elizabeth, turning him against her. Or turning her against him, sorry. Like, what's going on there, man? I understand now, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really get it. I was like, oh, Hulk Hogan's great. But now, when you go back and you watch it again, yeah, Hogan's a dick. And, yeah. And then when Hogan does get eliminated by Akeem, man. The African Dream, what a character. Like, you're never going to see any characters like that again, are you? Let's have it right. They're not going to do that again, are they? That's just racism at its finest. It was just, oh my God. I'm surprised he hasn't been, like, completely wiped out of history, but they can't. He's there. But whoever came up with that gimmick, man, what was that? I know it's a bit of a rib to Dusty Rhodes, the Dream. You know, the American Dream, the African Dream, Akeem. Oh, but it was just the way he talked, the way he walked. It was just cringe. Oh my God. If you haven't seen it, never watched it, go back, man, because it's something to behold. I did enjoy Slick back in those days. I thought Slick was a very underrated manager. I enjoyed him. And I thought he could have done more. I liked the Boss Man. I liked the Boss Man when he was heel. I thought he lost something a little bit when he turned babyface. But I felt this should have been the show for Boss Man. Come in strong, good feud with Hogan, and yeah, he gets eliminated by Hogan. Like, Hogan just pulls the rope down as he's running against the rope and eliminates him. Hogan had already been eliminated. That didn't sit right with me, brother. I felt Boss Man should have won this, and they give it to Big John Studd. Comes down to John Studd. Like, once Hogan's gone, and then you got Akeem, Boss Man's gone, you got Akeem there, you got Brutus the Barber, Beefcake, you got the Red Rooster. It's like, come on. Really? And then DiBiase is the only one you're thinking, yeah, that's the only person that can really legitimately win this, and it makes sense. But no, they give it to Big John Studd. And it makes no sense after, because they do nothing with the geezer afterwards. What happened to Big John Studd after this? Nothing. They did nothing with him. It made no sense at all. Entertaining. I enjoyed parts of the Rumble. You had people like Andre the Giant, a young Mr. Perfect. Surprised Andre didn't go further, but that was great, the way he got eliminated. I enjoyed that. Like, he'd eliminated Jake the Snake Roberts already. Jake goes back to the back, comes back out with his snake, throws it in the ring, and Andre just legs it, basically, jumps over the top. He doesn't jump over the top rope, but he climbs over the top rope and gets out of there. That was entertaining. Probably one of the highlights of the show, actually. Other than that, yeah, not the greatest Royal Rumbles ever, but enjoyable in parts. Definitely worth going back and watching if you enjoy Rumbles, if you enjoy that period of time, because for me, 89 is one of the best years ever in professional wrestling. No doubt. No doubt. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. This has been Grey Talks Wrestling. If you've enjoyed the video, smash the like, smash the subscribe. It's not that hard. It's right there. Right there. Just click it. See you next time. Come on.